All right, guys, let's get some NBA picks and props for Friday, April 19th slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Have you start us off?
Yeah, we did some spring cleaning, a little sweep of the board action last time on the NBA game picks. Myself barely squeaked out of it. I gave out the Heat plus 5.5 against the 76ers and the over 207.5 total points in that game. Heat lost by one, so we cashed a game pick, and the total finished at 209 points. Buzzer beater basically cashed us that over. I think it was 15 points in the last 33 seconds. Shout out offense.
Yeah, 1-0 for myself as well. Last year, we locked in come playoff time in the NBA, had really good record. So hopefully we do the same thing this year. 1-0 for myself. I gave out the Bulls -3. Wasn't really close against the Hawks. They blew them out in the fourth quarter. All right, Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, that's a good point. Before All Star break, competitive games, both of us well above 500. Post All Star break, no one cared,
Wow.
and we struggled. Back to teams caring, we're gonna go back up and up. And player prop wise, I wouldn't want to know. I gave out Bam Adebayo under 32.5 PRAs against the 76ers. Bam, nowhere to be seen, just like I predicted. Only 23 PRAs.
Yeah, my player prop was DeMar DeRozan over 29.5 points. It was 73 to 67 at the half. He had 18 at the half. Thought we were way on our way to over. He only scored 4 points in the second half. Not sure why he stopped shooting the ball, but I know why. Kobe White was on fire. But DeMar's just being a team player there. The Bulls really didn't need him in the second half. So we'll take the 0-1 start for the player props. Trey, let's go to the game picks for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be taking the Western Conference game here. Give me the Sacramento Kings going up against the New Orleans Pelicans game. And I think this is going to be a very entertaining game to watch. Both teams are going to bring the juice here. And I bet both teams believe that they have a good shot against Oklahoma City Thunder. And the Kings, we all saw it. They beat the absolute crap out of the Warriors, sending them into a maybe dynasty being over. Who knows? Beating them by 24 points and holding the Warriors below 100 points, which I think is pretty impressive. And the Pelicans, they barely lost to my Lakers. I got to give it to them. They made it a competitive game. Only ended up losing by 4 points and making me sweat. But I'm going to be taking the Pelicans here in this game, actually. Give me them at home here. I'm going to buy a half point to avoid a push. Take them at plus 1.5. I truly believe that the Pelicans will win this game. So if you want to bet on the money line, I obviously don't hate that. But I love getting a point here just in case something crazy happens. But whenever we look at this matchup historically, it has been owned by the Pelicans, especially this year. These two teams, they actually played 5 times during this last season. And the Kings, they got swept in tune to a 5-0 straight-up record and ATS record for the Pelicans. And the Pelicans, they won those games by an average score of 128 to 109. And the one game that Zion did not play in, the Pelicans, they still won that game by 33 points. And New Orleans, they're gonna be able to play defense in this game. Keegan Murray, yes, he lit up the Warriors in their last game, but I just don't expect that to happen. The one thing the Warriors don't have that the Pelicans do have is length. The Pelicans are very lengthy, especially on the perimeter. I just don't think that the Kings are going to be making all those three-pointers here in this game, especially with Malik Monk and Kevin Huerter still being ruled out.
Tough.
This Pelicans team historically is used to playing without Zion. They know what it's like to lean on Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum. And with them having that bad shooting night against my Lakers, I think that they're going to bring the focus and energy here in this game. Give me the home team. I'm going to take the Pelicans plus 1.5 against the Kings.
Yep, I love that play there. Malik Monk being out, Herder being out, those are very good key role players for them. So I think they're in trouble. They shot the lights out of the ball the first game, so I don't think that's going to continue. I like the play there. For my play today, I'm going to be looking at the other game. The Bulls going on the road to take on the Heat. Chicago stomped on the Atlanta Hawks, especially in the first quarter and the fourth quarter, having very little problem taking care of them. The Heat will be playing this game without their superstar, Jimmy Butler. They're still the favorite at home -1.5. Usually I'd see that. I would automatically take the Miami Heat because there's no reason that they should be the favorite in this game. And I'm going to continue to trust the Chicago Bulls. They didn't let me down the first time. Hopefully they won't let me down this time. Give me them plus 1.5 as the play. This is ultimately comes down to how much Jimmy Butler matters to the Heat, and I think he matters a whole lot. The Chicago Bulls, if they had an injury like that, they would not be competitive in this game. Chicago, they're actually coming into this game relatively healthy, having back all of their starters besides all the players that they've been missing the entire season, like Lonzo Ball and Zach LaVine. They put up a ton of points against the Hawks, and Kobe White has been playing some of the fantastic basketball, really elevating the scoring for this entire team. I just don't think Miami has enough guys now to get the job done. They still have Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo. They've got Terry Rozier, but the Chicago Bulls all around are the better squad in this one. Chicago has been decent on the defensive side as well. And if they continue to score well like they did against the Hawks, they should have no problem taking down the Heat in this game. Give me Chicago here to survive and advance into the playoffs as the play. Trey, let's go to the player props. How do you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to stay in my game. Give me Jonas Valanciunas here to go over 21.5 PRs against the Kings. I really do love this over for Jonas in this game because, in my opinion, we're going to see him make a massive impact throughout this one. The Pelicans, they're going to be forced to play Valanciunas some extra minutes in this game with Zion being out. I know Zion doesn't play the center, but there was some point in times where he was the physicality, obviously, for that Pelicans team, and they're going to have to find that from somewhere, and I think the European big man is going to provide that in this game. Somebody's also going to be left in charge. It keeps the bonus off the glass. And historically, that's allowed Valanciunas to have a great game against the Kings because this season, like I said, they played each other 5 times. And in those 5 games, Jonas, he averaged 14.2 points and 11.4 rebounds per game, which comes out to 25.6 PRs, which is over this number. I do not believe that we're going to see Valanciunas not play minutes in this game because with Sabonis being there, it's all about matchups. And the Pelicans, they're going to be forced to keep Valanciunas out there on the court. And I love that this game is a home game because we've seen Valanciunas stay out on the court at home. He plays more minutes, takes more shots, scores more points, and grabs more rebounds at home. I love that trend, and I expect that to continue here. Give me Jonas Valanciunas to go over 21.5 PRs versus the Kings. And if you can't bet combos, my play will be the over rebounds.
Yeah, Trey, I like the play there for you. For my player prop, I'm taking Tyler Hero to go over 24.5 points against the Bulls. I know it's a little strange that I'm taking a player prop to go over his total points while I'm taking the Bulls to win the game. Tyler Hero is the only one of these players on the Heat now that's been the consistent shooter on the floor without Jimmy Butler. Terry Rozier, he's a fine option, but he has been very inconsistent on the season, and we don't know exactly what we're going to get out of him. Tyler Hero, though, he should put up 20 shots or more in this game, and more times than not, he'll make half of them. He did put up 27 shots in the first game against the 76ers. He scored 25 points. He had a very poor shooting night as well, only making 4 of his 14 three-point shot attempts. I think if Miami wants to win this game, Hero's going to have to put up like a 30-plus point game. He can definitely do that, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's going to be about 27, 28 here. The last time that Jimmy Butler went down with an injury was in the middle of February of this year, and Tyler Hero saw an uptick in both points per game and his shot attempts per game. Without Jimmy Butler on the floor, the last 6 games, he's put up at least 17 points in all 6, and he scored above 24 points in half of those games as well. He's going to be the guy that the Heat look to, and he's going to take a ton of shots in this game. Hopefully half of them fall, and we cash this number while the Chicago Bulls still take the game. Give me Tyler Hero here over 24.5 points as the play. All right, Shay, let's take a look at that graphic. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with the New Orleans Pelicans here, plus 1.5 versus the Kings. Truly feel like they're the better team. Even without Zion, the Kings, they're not healthy themselves. So I'm going to take the home team here. Also going with Jonas Valanciunas over 21.5 PRs against the Kings. I feel like he's going to be set the task to keep the bonus off the glass. So he's going to have a lot of time in the painted area to grab boards and score buckets.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bulls here with the 1.5 points. No Jimmy Butler for the Miami Heat. That's going to be a big problem for them. Tyler Hero is going to have to step up, taking his over 24.5 points in this game. I think he's the only guy on the floor besides Terry Rozier who can score, but Tyler Hero is more consistent, so I'm taking his over points in that game. Guys, it's going to do it for the NBA Plays and Props for Friday, April 19th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You can click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube, and it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,